Hey, everyone! It's Eileen with Creative Eye Designs. It's Lucio. It's a night, and I'm late. All right, I had to heat up the coffee, guys. I had to heat up the coffee. I was just chatting with my Ethel. We were gonna maybe try and do a duo from, from her house and my house, but you wouldn't be able to see what I was making. So, because I wanted to show you guys, so many of you have asked me about how I make the gingy. So I thought, and I don't know why I have this clay in my hands, guys, because we're not using that tonight, but I was making a pie. But then I got distracted and I had to eat, and I had to get ready and get set up, and I'm making more rounds of popcorn, so I just got that out of my freezer. So I just want to take that out real quick. And how's everyone doing tonight? It's Friday. This was a long week. It was a long week, not gonna lie. But we're here. We made it. So tomorrow night, not tomorrow night, guys. Tomorrow at 10 Central, which will be 11 Eastern, I will be live on my page with the Memphis Bells Creatives. There is a group page that you can join where you can watch all of the creators. We're doing what they call Pink Chickens. It's an all-day event, and Pink Chickens, guys, aka flamingos, all right? So I have something in mind. I'm going to make a cake tomorrow for my flamingo. And so I hope you guys will all join me, and we'll see. Oh, I guess I'll leave this down here because I'm going to need a pair of scissors. So everyone was asking me how I made him. So I thought I'd come on and I would show you guys how to make a gingy, okay? Super easy. I believe when I first started doing gingies, gosh, I know I learned from Vanessa for sure with Up and Growing. But I want to say, I don't know, I may have learned the basics also from someone else, but I really don't remember because I've been making the gingy now for like, probably a good year, probably a good year now. So we're going to, let's see, am I live? I'm on my page. Oh, I didn't refresh. I have to refresh. Let's see if I'm live. I'm hoping I'm showing up, guys. Am I showing up? Yes, I am. There I am. Okay, I'm live. Yay! It looks a little dark again, guys. Does it look dark on my table? I feel like it looks dark. Again, not on my computer, but always on my phone. My phone looks darker. Maybe it's my brightness settings. Maybe that's all it is. I don't even know. All right, guys. So let's make a gingy. All right. I am going to be using the Bose clay, and I use the Bose brown. It's the lighter brown, and I mix it with white, and I get like this color. I like this color. The Bose by itself, the brown, it's darker. So adding the white, and it's probably not really going to show up too well on camera, but hi, Barb. But that's mixed with the white, okay? So, I have that ready to go, and let's just get to it, okay? I actually should leave that out because I'm a disaster tonight, guys. All right, so I did condition this earlier, but it's just the brown mixed with the white. If you're on, say hey. We are making, hi Dee. I'm going to teach everyone how I make the gingy that we did last night on the popcorn. And I've already got more popcorn popping because I have to make another one of these cuties. I just love him. I love him. So let's leave him maybe, well, you want to be able to see. So let's see how that works out. I don't know where to put him. I don't know where to put him, guys, because you want to be able to see what I'm doing. So I just took some of the Bose brown and white, mixed it together. And, of course, you want to condition your clay, right? I got my glasses on tonight, guys, so hopefully I can see. And I just take a piece, and I start just by rolling a ball. Just want to roll a ball. I don't have any specific amount that I do or anything like that. Like, I know this is way more clay than I need, but hi, Laura. Ethel's here, guys. I was a minute late, Ethel. I blame you. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to take that ball and I'm rolling it into, like, I guess what you would call a cone shape, right? Like that. So I'm rolling it out, and this is going to become his body. And I always just take it and I kind of flatten out my bottom. I just want to flatten it out so he sits right. And then I'm going to give him a little trim. You get notice that your Timu water got here today, but I'm not home. I think there is a popcorn mold in there. Yay! Yay, D. I hope you got the one with the 12. Somebody else was saying last night they got one and it only has 8 pieces. I think it was Tammy. And she wasn't happy with it. So I snip it off, but then I want to also go back and, you know, make the top narrower for his head to sit on. So I'm doing that. And again, each time I do something, I want to make sure I'm flat again. Surgery. Yeah, we're performing surgery here. Scalpel. Scissors. Also, I have a Timu water that I'm waiting on. I'm in an event tomorrow. It's, with the Memphis Belle Creatives. It's a group page. And a bunch of us will be live tomorrow. I'll be live at, 11 Eastern, 10 Central. And, it's all about flamingos. They call it pink chickens. I don't know why. Maybe it's a Southern thing, guys. I don't know. Hi, Joe. But, it's flamingos. So I'm planning on, guys, making a cake. All right, I have my cake prepped with some spackle. And, you know, we're thinking of making some fabulous flamingo colors. Maybe some water, right? But, Timo, my order, I got notification that UPS received my order. Hi, Mary. And I was like, oh, yay, it's coming today. It's coming today. It's out for delivery with UPS, you know. And then later in the afternoon, I get a notification saying my order was transferred to the post office. So now it's not coming till tomorrow. I need my flamingo cake topper, guys. I have a backup, just in case. I have a backup. But I really, really, really want the cake topper. Plus some other things that I got to go on my cake. And I don't think I'm going to have it in time now. So it's going to kind of be a bummer because it's going to ruin my design. It's not going to be what I was expecting. So now I'm taking a ball of clay. I'm rolling it out. This is going to become his head. You want to make it, you know, you want to make it so it's going to, like, that could even be a little smaller, but we're going a little bigger. We're going a little bigger here. It's always good to have a plan B. I have a plan B. I'm not thrilled with the flamingo I have for plan B. I really want the Timu flamingo. But it is what it is. But I had other embellishments also that were going to get added on. So I'm really disappointed. I may be able to still work it in there afterwards. I think I will. You know, my glasses are glaring something awful. Let's take them off, guys. I can look here at the computer. Go big or go home. Mary says she can't wait to see it. See, I can see. All right, once I have my body and my head, right? Any questions, let me know. I'm taking a toothpick, guys. And I'm going to put that in the body. I want to kind of flatten that top out a little bit. Okay. The thing is, too, when you're making these gingies, it's like you got to kind of work quickly because we know that the air dry foam clay starts to dry out, which I should be keeping it covered. So I'm going to pop it back in my container just to keep it moist because we have other body parts to make, just like the gnomes. We're always making body parts here. All right, now I have my head, and I know I have to trim this toothpick down, so I'm going to do that with my handy-dandy needle nose pliers that actually have a cutter on the bottom. Can you go pick it up at the post office? I don't think so. Yeah, we don't use that word. I know, Laura. I know. All right, so I'm just going to trim my toothpick. And now, guys, here's my issue with crazy glue, okay? If you were here last night, you know that every single one of my bottles, the blue part is stuck, okay, stuck. You can't unscrew it. And I have I have 4 bottles all the same way, guys. Even though I wipe it down afterwards, it doesn't matter. It's glued on there, and I can't get it open. So I'm going to take some, and I'm just gonna, what I want to do is I want to put some crazy glue on that toothpick. So let's see if we can do some kind of surgery here. I'll use one of these. I was going to pour it out. I was going to pour it out on a piece of parchment, but let's just add it on like that. Let's do that instead. Although I'll probably be wasting more glue than I need to. And so now, because I have his head sitting here, guys, what happens is I get a nice flat spot on the bottom, so I know that that's where my center is. But you know what? I'm going to redo his head because he's got a couple of wrinkles in there. We don't want any wrinkles. We don't want any wrinkles. He's young. He's not old, okay? Me, I got enough wrinkles. So I'm just re-rolling it. And I'm going to just get my flat little bottom. And that helps me find the center of that ball. All right? And there you have it. It looks like one of those wood people, right? You know what I'm talking about? Well, Lori, I've been using castor oil on my skin, and I only started maybe about a week now. It might even be a little less than a week, but I see a lot of people talking about castor oil and getting rid of wrinkles and getting their face all plump, and so we're going to see how it works. We're going to see. We're going to see if it works for me. But, of course, I'm using it for other things. I'm using it for my psoriasis. And we'll see how it works out. All right, so that is the head and the body, guys. Very simple, right? Hey, Margie. This will be easy for you to learn, too. You'll watch the replay, and you'll catch it from the beginning. So many people were asking me how to make my Patriotic Gingy, so I thought I would do a little video on that. Let me get a sip of coffee, guys. Ethel's not here. Oh, she's in the comments. She's got wine. I'm sure she's got wine. I definitely took before pics because I want to see. You know, how it's going to come out myself. All right, we're going to make some legs and arms. I know you're having wine. You're afraid to put it on my face because I've heard it helps hair growth. I don't need a handlebar mustache. Hey, Stephanie. Thanks for hopping on. Mary, I don't know. I don't see any peach fuzz coming in, so I think I'm good. You know, then why else would... And what it does is it moisturizes the face. It puts the plumpness back in. You know, it's almost like natural Botox, so they say. So we'll find out. I'm going to let you guys know. All right, I'm taking another piece, you know, and I'm going to roll out like a snake, right? Or whatever you want to call it. I'm rolling it out. And what I like to do is I like to roll it out enough where both ends are going to become like the hands or the feet. Mary, I saw your brownie too, and I could not keep my eyes open last night, so I went back in today and watched your live from last night, Mary. Great job. All right, so, and if I don't have enough, then I just do it over, but I like that I get both, you know, I get an even piece for both, right? And what I'll do, I just kind of eyeball it. I'll be honest. I just eyeball it, guys. But I want these to be the same size, all right? So I'm just going to put them next to each other. And I'm just going to trim it. And there we have whether it's going to be his arms or legs. Let's find out. Let's find out. And the reason you want to work quickly, I think these are his legs because they're kind of long. I just kind of line them up like on the bottom of his butt, you see? And you want to just kind of press that in. Now he's doing a split, guys. He's doing a split. And then I kind of bring the legs in. I just bring the legs in. And I'm just lightly tapping it, you know, pressing it in. Not really pressing it, but pressing it in. And there you have his legs. Now you want this part to sit flat with the back of his butt, okay? All right, so we have most of him done. Yeah, Mary, are you talking to me or are you talking to Barb? Barb, you did a great job also. I need to go back and watch your tutorial. It looked interesting. I'm not sure if you're talking to me or talking to Barb. Barb. You know, Barb. Because the R's don't come out, guys. The R's don't come out. All right. I'm going to make his arms. And they need to be shorter. And, you know, you can make them as thin or thick as you want. Both of you ladies. Well, last night, I just did the popcorn. I already had him made, so I had several people asking me how to make them. So I thought tonight, oh my gosh, Stephanie, I totally forgot. I meant to do a post. It's National Donut Day, guys. It's National Donut Day. How could I forget? How could I forget? I should have made a donut. I should have made a donut, guys. All right, you know what? We got a little skinny on that arm. I'm going to try and work the clay towards his hand, or we're just going to start over. Are you eating donuts, Stephanie? We're just going to start over cuz that was too skinny. That arm was too skinny, guys. For my liking. I mean, you can make them, like I said, you can make them any way you want. Let's see. I think that is good. Okay. These arms might be a little long too. As he's sitting here, if you notice your legs starting to pull away from the body, just kind of give him a little snug back in, okay? And sometimes I also kind of press his feet in, okay? Now the arms, I want to try and get on the back of the shoulders, if you will. Don't mind the top of my head. All right? And again, I mean, you can make them pose any way you want, guys. But gravity will take over. So I do the same thing with the arms. I want to make sure they're pushed in and so it's getting attached to that clay of the body. And I bring them forward. And what I usually do is I kind of, if they're too long, I bend them up and I attach it to his body. Because what's going to happen is the weight of the clay, it's going to make the arms fall down. So different things you could do is, let me get him shaped. I think that'll be good for holding a piece of popcorn, okay? Is you can take some parchment paper. I have some here, but it's got crazy glue on it and we don't want that. So let me just take a piece just to show you what I mean. I'll take a piece of parchment paper and I'll like roll it up. And I'll sort of wedge it between the body, the legs and the arms, so that they don't fall on top of each other and stick together. Because once those arms start to fall, they're going to want to stick to those legs. And you don't want that. Or maybe you do. I don't. Okay. So now that's that. Let's see. I'm trying to find my tool for his mouth, guys. Here it is. And we need some eyes. I get my eyes from Jamie's Corner. She has an Etsy shop. And she makes these by hand, guys. Each eye she makes. And it's Jamie's Corner. Jaimes, Corner. I want to just make his mouth. Oh, you see what I wanted to do first before I put his arms on? I wanted to put his bow tie on. I forgot. So I just took this tool here with the little ball on it, and I just kind of gave him a mouth and pull it down a little. So he's like, you know. I think it's cute. I like it. I also want to poke a couple of holes where I want his eyes to be. What I did notice last night that I didn't put on this Gingy is I didn't give him his white icing on. Usually I put the white icing around the feet, the arms. Hi, Cindy. Good question. I really don't know. I order from Jamie's Corner, and I usually get an assortment, and I'll be honest, I don't know the sizes. But you can certainly message her. I have a couple of different sizes here. And I usually use the really small ones. So maybe those are like extra small. I don't know. And these are bigger. It's hard to notice that on camera. But they are bigger. Okay. So I don't know if these are extra small or small. Are these small or medium? I'm not sure. You'd have to definitely ask Jamie. I'm going to use those medium-ish ones, whatever. But again, it just depends on the size of your face, you know. Sometimes I find I mostly use those extra small ones, but this guy, he's a little, you know, bigger than I usually make, or, you know, plumper. Barb says, such a good tip, Eileen. I never knew that. I don't remember what I said. Help me out, Barb. I have no idea what I said. Or you're talking about the paper. You're talking about the parchment paper? All right. Yeah, because I want to try and keep them where I want them. Let's see. The other thing I want to do is I want to get a little nose on there while my clay is still wet, because last night I didn't. And he's got a little pinhole next to his nose because he just does. Let's get the eyes on first. All right, for the eyes, I like to take a toothpick. After I poke my holes, I'm dipping it in my crazy glue, and I'm just going to put it in the eyes. I learned this tip from Vanessa from Up and Growing, because if this crazy glue or super glue touches the clay, it leaves a really ugly, all right, ugly is a strong word. Let's just say not attractive, okay? It leaves a very not attractive look on his face. I want to use blue eyes because he's patriotic. So let's give him blue eyes. And I'm just going to place my eyes over that glue. And that just, even though they're sticky, it just kind of secures it on there. And I know you probably can't see what I'm doing, but I'm really just putting his eyes over the holes. Okay. And then I do like to just kind of push them in to make sure it grabs onto that glue. And plus, I like his face a little smushed in. It looks cute. All right. Let me get that nose on there. I just rolled a really small ball. And just stuck it on there. And then I'm going to give him cheeks. Now, over the holidays, like for Christmas and stuff, I usually will do like red cheeks and a red nose, or maybe pink, or, you know, whatever you want to do, you can do. For this guy, I just want to keep him all neutral. Because I want the colors with the hat and the bow and stuff to really pop off of him. So I do just take a small, like really small, guys, really small amount of clay. I'm going to roll a little tiny ball. I'm going to push it so it sits on my finger, and I'm going to stick it to where I think his cheeks should be. You can do both. What I usually do is I will take 2 pieces of clay and make sure they're the same size. So his cheeks are the same. And it just gives him a little character, right? All right. Because I messed up and didn't get his bow on, let's see if we can do that without sticking the clay to his face, because I really would suggest putting the bow tie on first before putting on the arms, because then, you know, the arms and the hands, they kind of get in the way. You know, I'm keeping my eye on his arms because I see that little piece there by his neck is starting to want to separate. So I want to kind of just make sure, and I'm just holding him. I want to make sure that's going to stick, guys. So I'm just sort of pressing him back in there to make sure that that clay is sticking to his head. And I mean, as he's sitting out, he's already drying, you know? He's already drying. He's not dry, he's not cured, but he's drying where it gets to be harder to get things to stick on him, like noses and cheeks and eyes. So that's why you want to work kind of quickly. Oh my gosh, guys. I left my mold upstairs because I washed it. I have to grab that mold, guys. I'm sorry. There's nobody up there is going to hear me. I'm going to have to go get that mold. I got to make his bow tie. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. I did remember to bring my coffee, but I forgot to bring my mold down. Let me see. I think I hear somebody walking around. Let me see if he'll grab it for me. Meanwhile, you can look at him. You can look at him. Be right back, guys. Are you up there? Sorry. I'm back, guys. It's like you didn't even have time enough to miss me. Hi, Jamie. How are you? All right, so I have this mold. I got this at Hobby Lobby, guys. And I'm going to use the little, this little one right here. To me, it looks like a bow tie. I had to wash it because it's like every little piece of lint gets on these, gets on these silicone molds. And we don't want that in our clay. All right. You'll notice, guys, I don't put anything in my mold. I don't need to put anything in my mold. It could just depend on the different clays that you use. But I don't put any oils or anything in the mold. I just put the clay in there. Thank you, Margie. And I pop it out, guys. That's it. So simple. Just comes right out. If you have maybe the softer clays, maybe they don't pop right out. I'm not really sure because I haven't really used those. I've only used like the bows. I've used a couple of other brands that I really like as well. All right, now because my body is already starting to dry, I am just going to take a little bit of glue and dab it because I want to make sure it's going to stick on him. And I want to make sure that I don't glue my fingers together, guys. That could be the tricky part. I'm going to try and move his hands out of the way. We're doing surgery here again, guys. All right, I like it. There he is. Okay. How cute. Hi, Valerie. How are you tonight? All right, that's that. So, guys, the only other thing I did was I made his hat. So I'll show you how I do that. Very simple, just like the body, okay? I'm going to do the same kind of thing for the hat. You heading up this weekend? He is looking dapper, right? And the hat just really makes him look dapper. So like I said, I forgot to put icing on my Gingy. You know, usually they have the icing around the arms, the legs, the head. But I don't know, guys. You think he needs it? I don't even think he needs it. I just think he looks cute just like that. You're going to be here all week? Okay. Tomorrow I'm in another event. And I do want to try and get to the beach. All right, so let me get my red clay. Again, I'm using the bows. I have had these little small bags from since I first started. You'd love to meet Ethel. From when I first started fake baking, guys, I've gone through like, I don't know how many tubs of the big tub of white and how many bags of brown, the bigger bags, but the primary colors that they come with, I really don't use often. Like, I don't use the blue, I don't use much of the red, maybe at Christmas time, but very small amounts so far. So, I still have those. So, I'm just going to take some red out and condition it. And we're going to make the hat just like we made the body, guys. I'm going to roll a ball. Okay, and I'm going to do the cone shape. There's something in my clay. Hold on, let me redo that. I think he looks great without the... Me too, Margie. I don't even think he needs that silly icing. We should get together for coffee. Well, if you're getting together with Ethel, it's cocktails. But I'll get together with coffee for sure. And you know I work during the week, so Monday through Friday I'll be working. All right, so you see I'm just rolling out. Even better, she says. And again, I'm kind of flattening it out. Now, this is going to become the bottom of my hat, okay? I want to kind of, let me just look at it. I want to kind of line it up to like the size of his head. And I think that's going to be good. I'm going to shorten it. You know what? Let me do it again. I think I want it just a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Sometimes they're too busy with the icing. Yeah. And because he's got the white stripes and stuff in his hat. All right. I'm thinking I'm liking this better already. All right. So again, I want to get that cone shape. I call it a cone. I don't know what you want to call it. It's cone shape to me. Teardrop. I don't know. I'm going to flatten that out. I'm rolling it again, and then I'm going to trim it. Because now, what am I talking about? That's going to be the top of his hat, not the bottom. Sorry, guys. It's going to be the top of his hat. It's a little tall, so we're just going to shorten it up a little bit. It's all right. You're okay. You didn't get hurt. Okay, so that's going to be the top of his hat. And then I'm going to take some clay and I'm going to cut a circle, guys. This is where you want to take your circle cookie cutters and you want to maybe line it up on his head and see what size you need, right? Because that's essentially, like, I think that's a good size, okay? That's essentially what I'm doing. I'm going to cut, let me get his arms back up there. I'm going to cut a circle because this is going to become now the bottom of his hat. Things are flying everywhere, guys. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, I want to just extend that circle a little bit. And I have it a little on the chunky side. Gingy down. Hi, Peggy. I just want to, I'm not pressing hard, guys. I just want to make it a little bit wider all the way around. Just a little bit. And try and keeping with the circle. But, so it's a little bit bigger, but it's not as big as the other cutter that I have, which would have been too big. Okay. Hi, Tammy. How are you? We're making a gingy tonight. So many were asking me how to make this guy that we did on the popcorn last night. So I'm making him again for you guys. Well, I didn't make him the first time live. So I'm making him now. All right. So then I'm just going to, actually, I don't want to do that yet. What I did next, guys, was I wanted to give him stripes on his hat. So I'm going to take some white clay. Did you make some today? Thanks, Jamie. I'm just going to take some white. And I'm going to make little skinny, you know, like a rope, right? Let me get all these things I don't need out of the way. Like his eyes. Let's get them out of the way. Cookie cutters are done. Put them back where they belong so we know where to find them. Crazy glue, get that thing out of my way. Okay. His hat's getting a little crooked. Let's try and fix that. Well, we can still work it. Okay. I really don't need that either. So I'm going to make skinny snake or rope or whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to go really skinny here. Or, again, depends on how big you want your stripes to be. It doesn't matter. Okay. I took the end and I just started at the top of my hat and brought it down. Okay. And then I snipped it off. Blend it flat on the bottom. And I just repeated that process. And just give it a light tap so you know that it's adhering to your red or whatever color you choose to use. I'm using red. And really, they don't have to be perfect, guys. They really don't have to be perfect. Okay? And I'm not really counting how many stripes I'm doing or anything either. I'm just sort of going around, trying to space it out somewhat evenly in between. I think I only need like 2 more, guys. So, I don't know. Who's going to make a patriotic gingy? Let me know. Thomas, you heard a chair creak. No, that might have been upstairs, my floors, my wood floors. Thomas went out. He's not home. All right, so now we have that. But you see how they're like, I don't know if you could tell, but they're really sticking out, right? So I took another clay tool, and I don't know. It's just got a flat, like, right? Like almost looks like a spatula. And I just kind of pressed it. It gave it a little bit of texture, and it flattens it out to my hat, and I liked how it looked. They almost look like wavy stripes in the flag to me. And because we did those little white stripes going vertically all the way down, we don't want to leave it like that. So I made another little snake, and I went around the top, connecting my stripes. It's all about the details, guys, right? I'm just very detail-oriented. I can't help myself. I want it to have like a finished look, you know? Sharon, hey friend, I'd rather watch you make a patriotic gingy. Why mine would not be cute, trust me. You could do it, Sha. You could do it. All right, so I am just going to go around connecting all of my tops of my stripes to give it that finished look. And when I get to the end, I'm just going to snip it off. smooth it out, and then just give it a little tap again, right? Just give it a tap, and then we can even do the same thing with the top. Okay, that's it. And then we're going to add it to that circle. Well, let me just make sure again. I think it's a good size. Maybe a little bit bigger. Let's roll it again. Because, of course, as it's sitting here, it's drying and it's shrinking up. You know what they say? Measure twice, cut once, right? So I like that better. And I just want to try and center that as best I can. And again, I just want to make sure that it's going to adhere. And there's his hat, guys. What I did next was I wanted to sort of make it a little concave in the center to fit over his head. So I'm just sort of kind of, I don't know if you could see that on camera, but and I'm kind of just holding it very lightly in my hand so not to deform it, hopefully. Okay. And what are we going to do next, guys? We're going to add a little super glue because he's been sitting out. His head is like dry to the touch. So that red hat is not going to stick. It's not going to stick, guys. You know what we'll do first? We'll put his star on the top of his hat. So I used, again, the blue. And I used my little tiny star. And I got these in the polymer clay section. The little, oh no, this is from baking. This is from baking. So you get your little trio of stars in baking when it's 40% off, guys. Autocorrect is killing me. Who said that? Mary. I didn't see what it did though to autocorrect you. You notice every time I use the clay, I'm conditioning it. Okay, and again, you see that little star? We don't have to use anything to get our star out. We just take our clay, and you want to hit the edge of the clay and the cookie cutter, and it will pull it out. Just like that, guys. That's my preferred method, but that's me. You do you. All right. So he's not, the hat's, you know, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. And I don't think that one was either. And I think what I did was I took again my tool just to extend and give a little texture, dimension to my hat, brim. And it won't really stay that way, and you can't really even see that on camera. But that's it, guys. And then we're just going to attach it to his head. And I'm going to roll the bottom between, I'm not really rolling, I'm sort of pressing in the bottom because I did lose my shape a little bit and I want it to be a little more narrow on the bottom, so that's what I did. All right. See, now if his head was wet, I wouldn't be able to take that off. The hat is a little big, but I think that's what makes them so spectacular. I think it makes them spectacular. So, all right, let's get a little glue out. Does anybody know how to get the blue caps off of your super glue? Can you please tell me? Can you please tell me? I have 4 bottles over here. Thank you. Isn't he adorable? I really just kind of threw him together last night before my live. Sadly, but, you know, sometimes I just work best under pressure. I hate to admit that, but I did not have him planned before my live last night. I had him planned while I was figuring out my live last night. Hi, Dewey. Thanks for hopping on. All right. And even after I get him on, if I need to narrow that bottom a little of his hat, I'm going to. And of course, you know, now that hat is very heavy, okay? Soak the cap in very hot water 5 to 10 minutes and then try to get them off. Thank you, Doris. I will try that. I wouldn't think that hot water is going to loosen it up, but hey, anything's worth a try, that's for sure. And guys, that's basically it. And the only other thing I did was I gave him a piece of popcorn, right? And I put stars on his stripes because, you know, stars and stripes, right? Thanks, Tammy. It'll melt and soften the hardened glue. Well, I'm definitely going to try it. Thanks, Margie. Isn't he so cute? I think he's so cute. Guys, I get these glass jars from Trader Joe's when I buy spices. And then I try to get the sticker off, and it leaves a very sticky residue. And no matter what I've tried, you know, try using the what do you call it? The blow dryer first, right? To loosen up your label and stuff. Yeah, that didn't work. That didn't work. Put them in the dishwasher. That didn't work. Scraped it with a like a razor blade. That didn't work. So some of them came off really easy, and some did not. But I love using them to hold my sprinkles. I should probably put the glue on the clay. Because I'm really taking a chance of gluing my fingers together here, guys. All right, let's just dump those out. Yeah, I thought they're just so pretty. The jars are so pretty. I love everything to look pretty. This is not going to work, guys. Did I do this by hand last night, or did I put the glue on the stripe? Which is what I think I need to do. What am I thinking? That thing is going to be glued to me in about 2 seconds. All right. let's put the glue, let's do the smart thing and put it on the clay, not the star. See, so again, I love the details, you know. It just changes the whole hat, you know. It just gives it another element, another pop of color, and I just think it helps to finish it off. What do you think? I love him. Thanks, Barb. So stinking adorable. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Doris. Thanks, Stephanie. And guys, who thinks they can do this? I mean, it's really very simple to do. It's just your basic shapes, you know, and getting them together. The tricky part is, you know, working fast enough to attach the body parts. And because I'm, you know, trying to show you all how to do it, it is taking me longer. But it really, and believe me, when I first started learning, it would take me like an hour to make this guy. Now, I know I've been on for some time, but again, with talking and showing the different steps, it does also take me longer. And it worked out again, guys. I don't know how, but I go up and down with my stars, and I have just enough stripes to go up, down, up, down, up, down. I love that. I don't know how I did it. I didn't count. I didn't pre-plan it. It's funny. It worked out that way last night, too. I'll take it. I'll take it. And just be careful when you're working with the glue that you don't glue your fingers together. I mean, guys, you could glitter his hat. You could do so much more, you know, to give him a little sparkle. I think glitter would be really pretty in certain spots also. But I'm just leaving him very, you know, not sparkly, because our popcorn and our cup is very, you know, it's got that weathered look, right? So the last thing I did was I put the red, white, and blue star on top of his hat. And again, I'm trying not to get the glue all over the place, because the glue, this crazy glue on the clay, it does not look nice when it dries on the clay. It leaves like a white, you know, a white residue, if you will. I don't know what the right word is, but there you go, guys. There he is. Who's so cute? Is that real popcorn or is it the clay? It's the clay, Margie. I used the see, his leg just came up and hit his arm and wanted to stick there. Get back down there, guy. Get back down. I used the popcorn mold I got from Timo. Now, I know Margie makes real popcorn. I would love, love, love to do that. And she coats it in resin. But she makes the most beautiful colored popcorn, guys. That, I don't know how you do that. Those colors, the colored popcorn is so pretty. Purple and pink and yellows and oranges. Like, Margie, you watch this tutorial from the beginning. You can do it. I have faith in you. Girl, I have faith in you. You can do it. Anybody can do this. It definitely takes practice, and like Vanessa would say, use all the same color clay. She suggests using the white. Your gingies look like they have orangutan arms. So what? You know what? That's your look, and that's your style, and that's the character, you know, that you're creating. Like, turn them into the Hulk or something. But, do you mean because they're long? Like, they're long? Just cut them a little shorter, you know? This guy, he had really long arms, too. So what I did was I attached him, and I kind of bent his arms up a little so that they appear to be shorter, but they really were pretty long. Plus, I want him to hold the popcorn, you know? I don't want to cover up his bow tie, but he's going to hold the popcorn. And I'm definitely going to make another one because they look nuts. But, so, and you know what? Look, guys, everyone is going to come out different, too. And that's what is so great about handmade, right? You know? And being creative. Like, everything is unique and one of a kind. Even, you know, when you make a gingy. Same with my gnomes. When I make my gnomes, every one of them comes out, you know, although they're the same, they each have their own little character. You know, the noses might be a little bigger or smaller, or, you know, one's plumper than the other, you know, who knows? Hey, Heather, Velvet and Vine Design, how are you tonight? We're making a little patriotic gingy. We just got done. I made him, well, I didn't make him last night. I only made the popcorn cup, and then I added him on top. But everybody was asking me, how did you make him? So I just did that tonight. And tomorrow, guys, again, tomorrow at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, I will be live on my page with the Memphis Belle Creatives. We are doing an all-day event of pink chickens, guys. Pink chickens. Say it with me. Do we know what pink chickens are? Why, they're flamingos, of course. I don't know. Can somebody tell me if that's a Southern thing? Margie, is that a Southern thing to call flamingos pink chickens? Because it's so funny, too. All week, there was somebody here on Long Island that found pink chickens or flamingos. So how do you know that? It's Southern. Thank you. It's got to be a Southern thing because I never heard of it. But there were some pink flamingos here on Long Island, guys. And some guy, some photographer got some photos. And it's been coming across my feed on Facebook. And I was like, well, how's that for timing? I should get down there and take some pictures of the pink flamingo. Chickens, whatever. Well, I'm going to be doing a cake, guys. I'm going to be doing a cake. And I'm very disappointed in my Temu order because it should have been here today, but UPS decided to send it to the post office instead. So I'm not having a lot of faith that my pink flamingo cake topper is going to get here on time tomorrow. I do have a backup, but it's not the one I want to use, guys. So we're going to see how that goes. We'll see. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have ideas in my head. Some colors I want to use. You know, a little spackle, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We definitely got to have some drippy drip on here, right? We got to definitely have some drippy drip. But I got a beautiful pink flamingo cake topper for this. And some other embellishments that I wanted to put on. And I don't think they're going to get here in time. But I'm going to work it. I'm going to do what I got to do. And I think I can always add them on afterwards. Just like I did with the watermelon cake. And when I put the watermelon pieces and the ants on it. Where there's a will, there's a way, guys. All right, so I have more popcorn going. I'm going to let my popcorn dry overnight because I definitely want to make another one of these guys. And I just think he's adorable. So he's going to be on there. And I'm going to have two. So one of them will be going to a local shop. And one of them will be going into my Etsy shop when he's done. Okay? So you can find him there. Everybody have a great night. I'm definitely winging it, Margie. You know I always do. Yeah, he would be really cute on a cake too, guys. Oh my gosh. How stinking cute would he be on a cake? I mean, I already did a bear, a patriotic bear on a cake, which I think came out amazing, but how stinking cute. But he's going to go on a popcorn cup because I want one of these also. I might have to make more. I want one of these for my tier tray. Oh, so stinking cute, guys. So everyone, thanks for joining me tonight. And I hope that I have inspired you to give it a try. It's really not that hard. Go back, watch the tutorial step by step. And I know you can make it. He's very easy to do. And he's simple. We kept him simple. Okay? Practice with your white clay. Margie, you got this. And any questions, you guys, you know, you can always message me. So I hope to see you all tomorrow. I'll be live at 11 Eastern. And if not, have a great weekend, everyone. And thanks for joining me. And telling me I have a slow connection. Hi, Ness. We just got done. We just got done making our patriotic cutie. Which I know you already know how to make, girlfriend. But everybody was asking, how you make it? How did you make it? So we just did. So I hope to see you all tomorrow at 11 Eastern. And then I'm hoping to get to the beach a little bit, guys. I need my son. So have a great weekend, everyone. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.